Do you really think you can have a CoverGirl contract with the gap in your mouth?
Yeah, why not?
This is all he will see. It's Easy Reads Beautiful CoverGirl. It's not marketable.
Well, I guess she just left the gap wide open for another girl, baby.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a new video for you because Tyra Banks is trending right now because of all the up she did during America's Next Top Model. It was all our favorite shows, but now that we look back on it, we're like, wait, Tyra, why did you do that? So get ready to pay close attention because this story is kind of crazy. Some of the things that she's done is unremarkable, and I can't believe this was actually aired. So grab yourself a snack and get ready to wash it down with some hot tea. In this video, we're going to talk about several stories involving America's Next Top Model, but first, I want to cover the first story about Danielle. So Danielle is a model who had a gap on Tyra's show. She actually ended up winning the season, but when she was sent to the dentist to get her gap closed, she didn't get it closed all the way, and because Danielle kept a little bit of her gap, Tyra called her unmarketable. And you'll see Miss J chimes in and says she left the gap open for another girl, which is so shady.
So Danielle, you went to the dentist, but you refused to have your gap closed.
Do you really think you can have a CoverGirl contract with the gap in your mouth?
Yeah, why not?
This is all he will see. It's Easy Reads Beautiful CoverGirl. It's not marketable.
Yeah, just a little bit is okay, but I don't want to completely close it.
Well, I guess she just left the gap wide open for another girl, baby.
I agree. I don't see any.
I find that video so cringe, and like the fact that gaps are like a very accepted thing. A lot of people have gaps. I used to have one. My sister has one. A lot of people in my family have them. Gaps are actually very normal and very marketable. It's actually the London look, if you guys don't remember. So I don't understand where her perspective is coming from because the gap works, Tyra. Another model named Slick Woods, who was not on America's Next Top Model, recently spoke out about this video and about Tyra in general. She said, "Me and my friends were talking about how many people look up to Tyra Banks and how everyone says she broke so many barriers for us. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't feel like Tyra Banks broke any barriers for me because I don't have a regular face. I'm not white dipped in chocolate. I'm sorry." And I do have to say that Tyra definitely does whitewash some of her contestants. And as a fan of America's Next Top Model, my favorite episode is the makeover episode. But when I look back on it, like, is that just a episode? Because we're taking these beautiful girls and just completely changing how they look. And it's just like, not about self-acceptance at all. Like, I understand just like grooming up someone, maybe cutting their hair or something, but she would completely transform people, and that just wasn't really right, and it doesn't really set well with me now. It also bothers me how in one season she had this white girl and she went and gave her a gap, sent her to the doctors and made her get a gap. Whenever this black, beautiful, natural woman has a gap, she has to go close it, but when this white girl doesn't have a gap, she has to go open it to make her look more unique. I don't know. That whole like paradigm just doesn't make sense to me, and she really contradicts herself by saying that you can't market gap tooth people whenever she goes and makes people more gap tooth. The gap isn't that serious. She just wants to make more TV, more drama at the expense of these girls' appearances. Someone commented on Slickwood's picture that you need to respect Tyra because she did break barriers for black women, and she replied saying, yeah, a woman that tells younger women to change their own image. And that just goes along with the whole, why do you need to change your appearance? Like, why do they have to be completely transformed for this TV show? It's because everyone loves that episode. Okay, now we need to talk about the race video. I'm taking my clips out. Like, whenever she told her contestants to dress up as other races or ethnicities for a photo shoot, that was so up. Like, what in the blackface and just cultural appropriation is going on? And like, was this Tyra's like idea? Because this is Tyra Banks' show, so like, you're the face of the show. If this was your idea, that's messed up. And if it wasn't, like, why didn't you stop it? Because this is your show, this is your face, this is your reputation. Now everyone's talking about how you had all these white girls and black girls and everyone just dressed up. Like, I saw someone was a Native American. I'm gonna play a little bit of those clips because it's just unbelievable. It almost seems like it's a fake show. Like, why would someone actually do this?
Now there's a twist. We are actually going to switch your ethnicities. The challenge here really is taking on the persona of that other ethnicity while in the photograph and owning it.
I'm half black, so being transformed into a proud African woman for me is definitely an exciting experience.
All you
to be made up as a white woman, it's a little mind-blowing. It just goes to show you're ultimately defined by who you are, not by this outside.
Christina, regal, not cold.
You're falling? I won't let you fall, I promise.
It's wild, isn't it? I do want to play one TikTok that perfectly sums up the beginning of this one season because it was so screwed up. Pretty much there was two groups of girls and they both were given envelopes, and the girls that had a picture inside the envelope, they got to stay. The ones that did not have the picture and had a blank piece of paper, they had to go home. So the girls all open their envelopes together and then they separate them, the winners that have their pictures and losers that don't. Well, they took the losers and they said like, okay girls, you're actually in the show. And they're also happy because they were just crying because they're like, this is my life. I like need to be in this show. And now they're in the show. But I'm also wondering like, wait, what happened to the girls that were told you're in the show, but now they're being told they're not in the show? I'm just like, did Tyra tell them that? Like, who told them that? Like, why are they playing with these girls' emotions? Because that is so much for someone to go through. And like, they just thought they got on their show and now you're going to rip it away from them?
If you still think Tyra Banks deserves to be a free woman, continue watching this video. So you've got the most excited group of girls you've ever seen in your life.
Those who do not have a photo,
Okay.
you will be going home.
Yeah, makes sense. Always, they always do that. Oh my gosh. Look how excited the girl, oh my god, these girls, their dreams, all of their dreams came true. But some didn't, of course. That's normal.
You know, this was my life now, and now I don't have anything.
Just so you know.
Tyra always feels really bad about this, and she was
Sure she does.
So, unfortunately, you guys have to go home now. But you don't have to go far.
Because you're hot! You guys have a I literally fell.
Someone had to tell these girls, actually your dreams didn't come true. You're going home. Where's that clip?
I forgot to talk about this clip whenever I was filming this video, but I have to include it because in this clip you will see that this one contestant is trying to express her African culture, and the way that Tyra and the judges go about it is honestly so disgusting and disturbing. I can't believe Tyra just didn't step in and try to defend her, but honestly she went along with her. When she made this contestant apologize to the hat, I was cringing.
Yeah. Excuse me. Why did you choose the cowboy hat? It's more on the simple side compared to the other hats.
You're, I feel, half African, half cowgirl. Looks like you're about to ride a giraffe. I think I'm not feeling it.
You have this intensity to prove your sort of Africanness, and I think that sometimes it's overbearing. It's just too much. It's sort of a layer on top of a layer.
In response to trying to prove myself as an African, that's just where I come from. It's very natural to me. And I did not choose that hat for the very specific reason that it's very cliche. The fabric that it's made from is very artificial, very cheap, fake kente. I didn't have the time. I know I'm running on.
There's a different way of explaining yourself and being defensive. And you're being very defensive, and it's not attractive.
Just because we had a talk about, you know, Afrocentricity before, and it's kind of misunderstood.
I'm all about, like, expressing yourself and your culture, but it's still done in a fashion way. You want your outfit to be, look at me. And this outfit is, look over there. Here's your best shot. See, that's a star. Yeah, they want to look at
gorgeous.
That.
That's the best picture of all.
Selling jewelry.
Do you see how inspired the panel is by looking at that?
Absolutely.
It's because it's aspirational and it's very difficult to look like that. Not every girl on the street can look like that, but every girl on the street can look like this.
Here you go. Model, model, model.
Yeah.
This girl is an ad campaign winner.
And in this photo, it's kind of like a chocolate Barbarella with the hair.
Yaya takes a beautiful picture effortlessly. She's bringing something from inside. But the other thing that Yaya brings from inside that is so ugly is that superiority, condescending attitude.
Oops.
Yaya, this picture is stunning. I mean, this is amazing. But what's not amazing is your appearance. Think a little bit more glamour as opposed to natural, because this is glamorous and this is amazing. Congratulations. You're still in the running towards becoming America's Next Top Model.
Thank you. And I just wanted to say I'm sorry for being defensive when you gave me. I totally took in everything you said. I really mean it. So outside of myself.
Well, that was the other critique that I was going to give you that I forgot. So come right back. You need to apologize to the fake kente cloth African hat. Yaya, it was like you were on this pedestal and this hat smelled like dookie. You're insulting the person that chose that hat.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Honestly, I've been a fan of America's Next Top Model for a long time, and honestly a huge fan of Tyra, but seeing these clips of her really opened my eyes to the hypocrisy that she has presented online. And it kind of shows me too, like, how different our times are, because these things that used to be on television, I could not imagine them being on television today. And I'm sure you guys feel the same way. Like, what in the cultural appropriation was that? And like, why were these girls like tricked into thinking they were on the show? It's just like so many like what ifs and like whys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you have any more interesting clips of Tyra Banks, comment them below. Also, if you want to hear about the time that I tried out for America's Next Top Model, that story was crazy and I have receipts and pictures. So if you want to hear that story, comment below. And until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.